Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and this is the kickoff for Crafty Christmas in July 25. Yay! Here is my project, and I'm pretty proud of this one. It was a lot of fun to make and easy. So I will show you how I made this, and I'll give you a flip through at the end of the video. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Crafty Christmas in July. There's going to be many creators, many talented people joining in on this. You can get probably more detailed information over at Teri's channel. She is the one hosting this. That's Teri at Sweet Pea Papers. And myself and Karen at Creative Paper Artisan each donated a kit for everyone to play with. The kit I donated is my Steampunk Christmas kit. So yeah, I made my little journal out of that. I did use some of Karen's papers as well from her kit. Like, this is actually from one of hers. But anyway, great calendar, great lineup for everything. Of course, there's going to be prizes. I'm going to put up a graphic here if you want to take a screenshot. So yeah, there's 30 collaborators, over 50 videos, prizes. I'm not sure what all the prizes are yet, but that could be announced, or I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. Teri might know more, actually. Well, she should, because she's running the thing. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is my second year of doing this, so I'm pretty excited to be back for it. Yeah, so I think that's probably about it. I will have all of the information for you down below, just in case. I'm sure there's something I've forgotten or haven't said, but anyway, follow along. I'm not sure when the oh, I know, there's going to be a drawing which will be on Sunday, August 3rd. It'll be held on the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to her and follow her for that. The prizes, like I said, I don't really know what they are, but I know there's some digi-kits, there are some ebooks, so yeah. Entering is really easy. All you have to do is create a Christmas project. How simple is that? Post a picture or a video of your project in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Make sure you use the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 25. And I'll put that up on the screen there. Each post is worth 1 entry. So if your one post has 20 pictures, that's 1 entry. But please don't flood the Facebook group with 20 different pictures, okay? Maybe post product or progress photos, or you know, if you make different projects, you can post those, and each one will be an entry for the drawing. You can enter more than 1 post per day, and all entries must be received by July 31st, 2025. Okay, I believe all that is down below. If not, I'll put it down below. And I think that's it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started on our project. Okay, so for this project, I'm going to be making a no-sew journal, although I did do some sewing on the pages, but that doesn't count. That's just for decoration. So I've made 1 signature so far, and this is my signature, It's just 4 pages, but 8 if you count front and back. This, you can see better over here, I have all kinds of stringies hanging off because my papers, I sewed on my papers. So therefore it kind of looks like it's sewn in the journal. And I like the little stuff hanging off. I think that's fun. So let me show you how I made this. By the way, I got this idea from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. If I can remember, I will link her video below as to how she did this. So you can pretty much do this with any size paper. Here's one that I did with US letter size, 8.5, no, sorry, US legal size, 8.5 by 14. And you can see this is the size it came out to, which is about 3.5 by 4 1/4. So 3.5 by 4 1/4. This one I made with an 11 by 17 paper. This came from an old plat map book that I was gifted. So I have many pages. I'm sure you've seen me use parts of this paper before. But this is the size page I used for this one. I didn't do an 8.5 by 11 letter size, so I'm going to do that now just to see what size it comes out as. Barbara, I believe, used the A4 size paper because she's in Austria, so that's what they use over there. So to make this, you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half long ways. Okay, make sure you line your corners up, of course. Then we're going to open it up and we're going to fold it in half this way. Okay. And you'll probably want to make sure your creases are nice and crisp, but this is just for demonstration, so I'm not really worrying about that. Okay, then with the folded side towards you, you're going to take 1/2 and you're going to fold it down like so. Okay, so you have this. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to fold this side down. Okay, so what you end up with is this. And I'm using a different phone to record this, so I apologize for the blurriness and such. I'm trying this out. We'll see how it goes. I may not like it. Okay, so anyway, so you have this. So you'll have like an M. So then what you're going to do is this middle part, okay, with the fold here, we're just going to cut just right there. So from the edge, and you're going to cut on your fold. And let me do this just so we can see here. Okay, so again, here's my M. Okay, you're gonna cut here up to that fold. You're gonna cut both sides. Okay, so we have this, we have this. Now, put it down flat on your table like this, pick these two sides up, and bend them over. And then you have your little signature. Now these folds are not going to line up after you've done all this because of, you know, folding paper, but you can manipulate it a little bit, as much as you can. Kind of remake your creases here. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what you have. Okay, and if you want, you can, I don't know how well you can see this, but you can trim some of this if they're not, you know, lining up right. I'm actually just, I've left mine because that does not bother me. So we have 8.5 by 11 size, 8.5 by 14 size, 11 by 17 size. So if you have like craft paper or really big paper, you could go crazy and make this as big as you want or as little as you want. Okay, so let me show you again using the 11 by 17 paper. So we're gonna fold it in half long ways. Trying to get my corners lined up as best as I can. Okay. Then we're going to open it up and go up this way. Try to get those lined up. Okay, and then leaving it like this with the fold pointed towards you. I'm going to bring one side down, trying to line it up as best as I can. Okay, flip it over and bring this side down. So if you can, you want these to be even, okay? And then, so you have your M or your W, however you want to look at it. But you're going to take this middle part and cut from the bottom to this fold. Okay. Then open up these two sides and put it flat on your table. And pull these down. And then get it to fold down. So you have these 4 pages, if you will, and then you just fold it in half and manipulate it as best you can to get everything straight and lined up. And there we go. Okay, so you'll notice then I have, it's open here, this one is closed, this one is open, this one is closed. On the other side, they're all pretty much open. So I want the open close side on the top. And then if you look on the side, you'll have a closed, open, closed, open. These can be used as pockets. So I'm going to glue the bottoms of all these closed. And I'll kind of show you. Okay, so here's my fold. I have an open pocket up here. This is closed. Down here, I'm going to glue this shut. Okay, so that's my first page. My second page is closed up here, open here. I'm going to glue down here. Okay, so now I'll have a side pocket. Then again, we have open up here, closed on the side, open down here, which I'm going to glue. And if you don't want pockets, you can glue them all closed or leave them open or whatever you want to do. And then we'll glue this bottom one. Okay, and as you can see, maybe it'll focus. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, you can kind of see how that page is a little bit longer just from all the folding. You can trim that if you want to. Now this, you can see it's kind of buckling. So if I can okay, so there is that. Now I've taken the pages that I want from my kit, and I did also use some from Karen's kit, but I mostly stuck with mine for the steampunk part. But there are some pages like this one and this one and this one that are from Karen's kit, so I thought they went fine with mine, and I needed some more papers, so I used part of her kit as well. And as you can see, it'll focus. My pages don't quite cover this entire page. That's fine. I wanted it that way. They're not all exactly the same. You know, some cover more than the other, but what I am going to do is ink all around the edges, and I'm using ground espresso. And that way, see, when my page goes on, it'll blend in a little better, I think. I mean, it looks fine not inked, but I wanted to ink. And it also helps cover up some of the numbers here, which if they show, that's fine with me too. But I don't want that to be the star of the show. Okay. So then again, I've sewn around these, just not very straight. But I did it twice, and I left some threads hanging off there. So then we will just glue this. I'm going to use a different kind of glue that is leaking. This in this bottle is just that Aleene's tacky glue, so I'm not using up all the expensive art glitter glue. Okay, so then we'll just put this on here, and this also gives me some wiggle room to move this around if I want. As we all know, art glitter glue is pretty much like tape. Once it's down, cannot move it. Okay, so there is that page. So now we'll do this one. Our next paper. This one I have the threads at the bottom. Those are kind of long, so I am gonna snip those just a little bit. Oh, and I also inked around the edges of the papers. Not a whole lot, but just enough. Let's do one more here. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think you get the idea now. So each of these signatures will have 8 pages. And again, I have a top pocket here, and then a side pocket here, and then a top pocket, and then a side pocket. So I am going to finish this up and do my 3rd signature, and then we'll come back and keep going. All right, so I have my 3 signatures done. As you can see, I have lots of threads hanging out, which I think is fun. I love that. I might trim them down just a little, but I don't know. I think it's fun. So here's just kind of a quick glance at the 3 signatures. Okay. So while these dry some more before I play with them anymore, I'm going to start on the cover. I have here some food packaging that I've actually like glued the top and the bottom together with the, you know, obviously the inside out, so you just have a plain white base, which doesn't really matter because I'm going to be covering it, but the outside of the box was kind of that glossy type material, so I glued the 2 glossy sides together. And then I have 2 more pieces I'll use as the spine. I think this is gonna be, yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, so this is pretty much perfect height. I'm just not sure about these rough edges, so I think actually they might be okay because I am going to cover it. But I do want to, excuse me, cut it about here. So let's see, I should probably use my knife for this. Get a little cutting board here. And ruler. Then we'll make another one. Okay, so I have the front and the back cover, and then the spine. Actually, this might work out just fine. It's the leftover. Yeah, we'll just use that, and I know it's the same height. So cool. Okay. So that was easy. All right, so this is how it's gonna kind of look. I may have this just a tad too tall. No, I'll leave it. It'll be alright. Okay, so I'm going to cover this, I think. I'm going to try anyway. I have this, it's actually Christmas wrapping paper, but I like this side. So we're just going to cover it in this. Yeah. I know there's a hole in this. Where is it? It's right there. So let's go this way. Okay. I'm going to have this go around quite a bit, I believe. Okay. So then we'll have it. Actually, let's see here. Let me see if I can kind of get this. straight. Okay. Straight-ish. Okay, so there is one cover. I'll do the other cover and the spine real quick. Okay, I have my 3 cover pieces, or my 2 cover pieces and my spine. So now I just need to figure out how I want to put the spine and the cover pieces together. That's kind of an important step here. I was thinking about fabric, and I do have some that I think will work just fine. So let me grab that. Okay, I was gonna use like an ivory color, but I think I'll use this green color. I mean, it is Christmas, but this isn't really Christmas green, but I think it will go well with, you know, some of the colors inside. So we're gonna do that. So I just need to cut these down to size here. I'm thinking I might do both the inside and the outside. I have enough here. Oh, like I don't even think I cut that. All right, so let's do that again. And that'll just strengthen it a little more, I believe. Okay. Let's get all the strings off. Alrighty. So let's see. I'm going to use this as my spacer. And I think what I'll do, comes over quite a bit. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm going to spread this out a little bit. And I'll go ahead and put this down. And then get my spacer here. Flip it over. Woof, that's a lot. A lot of fabric. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this side. And let's see. No, I want this one. Okay, now these I am going to cut in half. That's just a little much. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. I think most of that spine is going to be covered, but that's okay. All right, so let's get this here. Okay, so now we have the cover. Some glue spots there. Grr. Okay, so the inside, I definitely want to cover up, you know, where the folds are. So I'm just going to take some scrap paper. And I don't mind that they're two different kinds. I think that's fine. So where's my pencil? Okay. So let me right on the back side here. About there and there. We'll see how that looks. Yeah, that'll work. So let's go ahead and get this down. Whoops. Okay, there's that side. Let's do this side. Okay, so there's that. And I think on the front cover, I'm going to use this label here. I think that's kind of cute. Let's see, do I want to put anything behind it? I don't really know what I've got to put behind it. Let's see, I do have some more scraps, so I could do that, or see that one. I think that kind of blends in too much. Let's try this one. I think I like that. All right, I think I'm going to tear it. I think that's fine. So take off some of that white and let's ink it up. This kind of looks like wrapping paper, so yeah, I think that'll be cute. Okay. Let's see. Just make sure. Oh, you know what else might be cute? Let's do this. So I have somewhere over here those little bells or balls or Christmas. Here we go. What are these called? Baubles? I've never called them baubles, and I don't remember hearing anybody else ever call them baubles, but that's what I see them being called. So we're gonna go with that. And then maybe we can have them kind of hanging down. I get some string. All right, so I have either this baker's twine or this white string. I'm not sure which would look best. So the baker's twine's a little bit more flat. That might be better. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is get my awl, and I'm just gonna poke. Wait, actually, let's see if I can get this tied around here. I am going to glue it down. There we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there so it will stay. Knot. Okay. And then, so we're going to have this on here, like so. And then I'll have this hanging down. We'll kind of go behind it. So I'm just gonna cut that right there. All right, let me get the rest of these done. Okay, so let me get this placed where I want it. I'm just gonna do the top for now. Okay. And then these, place the string underneath. So I cut that one off, and I think I will glue this down where I want it to hang, and then this can go underneath. I don't know where to put it. Okay, we'll go there. Okay. Then all of these just go underneath like so. And then we'll glue this down. There we go. It's cute. I like it. Okay. Now for the signatures, I'm going to take some more string, but this will be a little different. I'm going to use this cord. Now it's not stretchy. It would probably be easier to use stretchy cord, but I don't have any. So we're going to make do with this. First I need to untangle. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go inside each signature like this. We're going to wrap it around. So I'm just trying to figure out how much I need. We're going to do that. Okay. Oops. All right, let me cut 3 of these about the same length. Okay. Now you could put eyelets in here to tie this around, you know, to tie these through, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. However, decision to be made is, do I want to tie this on the inside or have these tie on the outside, or like at the top or at the bottom. Maybe I'll tie them at the top. Okay, I'm just gonna loosely tie this just to see what I might like. Okay. Make sure these aren't glued together. That one. Okay, so if I had all these at the top, and I have all these things hanging. I'm not sure if I like that. Get that out there, okay. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's a little thick put on the inside, I think. So see how they look in the middle on the outside, or if I need to use something else. I don't remember what Barbara did. I didn't watch that far after I'd rewatched it. So I could kind of put all of these together. All right, let's do that. Let me tie a square knot. Okay. Left over right. Right over left. Okay, so we have that, so it's pretty secure. I think I tied it a little too tight though, so be careful that you don't bend your book, your spine. Left over right, right over left. Let's see now what we got. Let me get these all situated here. you would have these in here. And you could take these out, but I would be very careful. Of course, once you get stuff in there, it may not be as easy. And I think as far as all of these things, let's try tying them together, which may not be the brightest thing to do. And that puts a big knot right on your spine. Okay. So we don't want to do that. Okay, I think actually maybe I will put these at the top. Come on. And then we'll just cut these. There we go. It's not so bad. Don't know why I'm talking like this. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. And then we have our pages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and decorate, and then we will come back and do a final flip through. All right, guys, here we are. It is all done. There's my cover and the spine and the back. All kinds of frillies and stuff hanging out. So let's take a look inside. And I realized after the fact that I should have put this fabric on top of here. So I might end up putting some lace or something there, I'm not sure. But anyway, here is our first page. And we have a tag inside the top there. And I used a lot of staples in this to kind of go with that whole industrial steampunk vibe, even though they're silver. All right, here we have a little pocket, one of the tickets, and here I just have a little up tuck space here with one of the journal cards tucked up in there. And then in here, just have a journal card. This is a little 6x6 scrapbook paper type paper, so it's not from a kit. And here I used one of the snow globes as just a little tuck. Here we have a journal card up here, kind of double-sided. Again, I used staples. And then here I have a little flip out page so we can journal here. And then I just put a little pocket on the front with one of those little tags. Yeah, this page, and then inside here we have one of the journal cards. Here I used this upside down tag and made a flip. So we have room to write here and room to write there, or put photos or whatever. And we have this page, and we had a little tag in there. I didn't even realize I did 2 Christmas trees together. And then here I have a little pocket there. And then I just made a little envelope out of some scrap paper. So I just have a little little writing thing in there. Put some paper or a photo or something in there. Here I use one of the little stamps as like a little tuck, so you can put just a secret little something in there if you wanted to. Then we have one of the upside down tags in here as a journal card. And then we have a pocket here, so one of the journal cards. Here, I have a ticket stuck in here. This page I accidentally printed twice, so I just made use of the extra page, and I kind of cut him out and just made him like a tuck spot. So if you take it out, you really, well, you would know because he's sticking up, but it matches the paper is what I'm getting at here. Up here I made a journal card. This is one of the papers in my kit, and these are just some washi tapes that I just kind of haphazardly put on there. Here I made like a little paper scrap page notebook, so you can write in here, you can write on the back of these, you can write on the front of these, put photos, whatever. And we have this page, and we have a journal card in there. I just made a little collage on there. And then here, whoops, that came off. I need to glue that on there, I guess. I just made a belly band, and I used some of this copper washi tape to put it on there. This was actually a tag, and I cut the top part off. So then I have our, there we go, a journal card stuck in between there. And we have this page. I just put a little thing up there. It says clockwork, and another tag. And then, oh, I forgot to put something here, but this is like a little tuck spot. It's, you know, open. So we have that. And then in here we have this journal tag. Get him back in there. And then here I made, these are actually two separate little pockets for these little tags here. We have this page, we have a journal card up here. And then we have a double pocket here, so there's a pocket back here and one here. And then this page, and then finally the last little journal card. And then I left the last page blank for doing whatever. So there we go. Our little journal. This is what I mean by the no-sew binding. We didn't have to sew it. It can be taken apart if you wish. But yeah, there is our cute little journal. Yay for Christmas, Crafty Christmas in July 25. Thank you so much for having me join this collab. This was a lot of fun. I'm not like a huge Christmas person, but I like decorating with it, so it can be fun for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out everybody's videos this month. There's going to be a lots of great ideas, lots of talented creators, and yeah, that's it for me. All the information is down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.